Remember, the YouTube ads feed the ducks. Good morning, everybody. It's June the 30th of the Duck Adventure, and I slept in today. I had a really late day yesterday, plus this heat is, I'm beat. But anyways, I made the call last night to not lock the ducklings inside the barn. Oh, thankfully I did. I slept in. And I could hear them this morning. I was laying in bed and I could hear the little sound of the chirping outside. I went, oh, the ducklings are outside. But last night it was so funny. I herded them into the barn, then they came back out, and then they went back in on their own. They've got a mind of their own, so, but I'm not going to lock them up anymore. Actually, I'm hoping today to get the shelter done for them outside, to make room for in the barn for the next hatch of ducklings that's in the hatcher that I'm praying that they're going to hatch. After the Muscovy, we're still only at 2 Muscovies so far, but look at this. These guys are, they're enjoying life. So I gotta bring their food outside, because I did put the food in last night so that they wouldn't be outside eating. And actually, let's just see here what the water situation is, because I did fill the water up last night, and the food, everything was in there just like normal. I just left the door open so they could come out on their own. Let's see if they drank all the water that was in there. Yep, and it looks like it. Yeah, they did. I know. Yeah, they made a serious, they drained the water. And this straw, holy mackerel. This was brand new straw yesterday. And they were only in here for like hours last night. You guys need to stay outside. Yeah, so they, I can't believe it, because yesterday I cleaned the whole barn out yesterday. I scraped it out, because I thought, oh, it'll be 2 more days before I get outside done for them, and so I thought, it's due, so I'll clean it out, and I can't believe the duck feces in here this morning. And like I said, they were only in here like last night. It was 9:30, 9:45, you know, and I left the door open so that they could come in and out as they wanted. And actually last night at midnight, I was still up at midnight, and I looked outside. There wasn't a duckling outside. They were all inside. You could hear them going crazy inside. But you know, there was about maybe 4 or 5 of them sitting at the door looking out. So they're grown up enough that now we can take a chance. I don't think you know, the small owl. We lose a couple. Can't do anything about that. Can't lock them up all the time. You know, can't be overprotective parent. All right, the little gosling here. He's in the water, and he's not as near as graceful at dunking himself as the ducklings are. He's a little bit uncoordinated, actually. It's hard to believe that you know, he's a waterfowl, because he's sort of acting like a chicken. So cute. Just look at that, eh? That's a gosling from the second hatch. I'm slowly getting cages built around all their water here so I can cut down the mud in the pen. But yet, so they can still dunk their heads. Got a couple more cages to build. That one's working really well, that one there. I want to give you a bit of an update here today. I'm a bit behind here because I've been on on Skype here with these Chinese you know, manufacturers of the incubator, and I can't believe it. They're unbelievable. That's all I can say. I am now officially declaring war on their company. You know, they are. Just to give you an idea, this is unbelievable. Okay, I contacted them last night. I sent them a message that the second fan died, and it was the spare fan that I had purchased with the incubator. And they replied back, no warranty on the spare parts. I'm like, what? It's 3 years on the incubator, but I buy spare parts so I don't have to wait for, you know, like, it gives me an idea here. The machine died May the 17th, and I still, this is the June the 30th today, and I still don't have the replacement fan part. They jerked me around for over 5 weeks before they even sent the replacement fan. So, you know, I bought spare parts. You know, the girl never said, oh, your spare parts aren't covered by warranty. So anyways, she comes back to me on Skype this morning. We're back and forth, and she tells me that I have to contact the rep that I dealt with to get a replacement fan for the dead fan that died 9 days after I put it in the machine, which was my spare part. Well, here's the kicker, is that the girl, Melinda, who I dealt with, you're gonna love this one, she's gone back to school. She doesn't even work at the company. I called her cell phone because I have it on Skype here. I called her. She's telling me, oh, she doesn't even work for the company anymore. She's not even in the same province anymore. She's in another part of China. This company's unbelievable. They're, they've got these people on the internet selling their product, and they're producing crap. And these salespeople are, they're all passing the buck, because supposedly Eric is the manager. Which, if you go to the company website, Eric's on the website. He's there, and Sally's on there also. And she's saying that Sally, which she's right on the website. There's a picture of her, and actually all the company contact names. She's one of them, and she's trying to tell me that there's all these sales reps and that all you have to deal with Melinda. Well, Melinda is not even on the freaking website. She's not even there. There's no contact information. She's in another province going to school. So anyways, I got to get a hold of this student who has nothing to do with the company anymore to get a replacement fan for the spare one I bought that doesn't work anymore after 9 days. Like, this company needs to be put out of business, people. It's unbelievable. But on another, here's on a really good tone. We're bashing, this made in China product and this company, this Run Metal company. I think it's Daozu Run Metal company. I know if you start Googling it, you can see, if you type in Run egg, and then it shows all the variations that you people are searching. It's coming up in Google. I can see people are searching for it, and my videos are starting to come up. So I'll just give you, if you want to help the Google search results for their company, when you search for them and you see my video, click on it. Because the more clicks you put onto the YouTube video when it comes up in search results, it'll come up higher and higher because of the relevance in the search results. So that, basically, if you're searching for this company name, if you people all click on the video result, or the video in the search results, sooner or later it will be number one in the search results. So it'll be able to warn people about this company. Because really, I've lost, 700, 1,000 eggs, something like that. I've lost count how many eggs we've lost and how much death we've had. Like 50 ducklings in a carburetor should have never happened. And I got a hunch I'm going to have like another 62 or 61 Muscovy because there's only 2 hatched this morning in the carburetor. So there's another video for them to suck on. We don't even know what's going to happen with these 248 eggs or 246 eggs that I put in the incubator on Sunday when it died, or yesterday. I'm blurred on my days here. So we don't know what's going to happen with this company or the results of this company's crap product. So, anyways, if you search for them, click on the videos. Health brings it up higher and higher, and maybe we'll search top 10 search results. We'll just kill them with the videos of the proof that they're garbage product. But on a positive token, I want to give something positive here, because I hate dwelling on negative in life, because the ducklings put a big smile on everybody's face. I dealt with this company back in the spring. I bought a controller from them. Made in China controller, unfortunately. But I bought them on eBay. They're an American company. And I telling you, I have nothing but good to say about them. I'm going to put the link below. It's Incubator Warehouse is what they're called. IncubatorWarehouse.com is their website. I think they're just called Egg Incubator on eBay. I'll put the link below to their eBay store. I bought a controller off of these guys 3 months ago when it died. And, I emailed them, and they offer like a full 1-year warranty on their product. I emailed them. I couldn't believe it. They emailed me right back. I didn't even have to send the dead controller back to them. Bang! Send me a new one, and I got it in the mail. No questions asked. Unbelievable customer service. Unfortunately, they're peddling made in China garbage, but at least they're sucking it up and realizing that the deals they're getting on buying made in China garbage, they're going to have some dead stuff, and they're going to take care of the customer. I wouldn't hesitate to buy from IncubatorWarehouse.com or their eBay store. I shop on eBay, so I wouldn't hesitate to buy off them. I couldn't believe it. Like, it's been, I think it's 4 months since I bought the controller, and it died, and they just like bang sent me another one, and they sent it by express post. I had it in like a matter of 5 days. Which that alone cost them like about $20 to mail it to me. So, for a $30 controller, they went, far and above what they had to do to make me happy. Bar none, 5-star company on that one. But back to the Run Metal company, scum of the earth. Anyways, that's the deal. So if you want warranty from them, you got to chase a student in another province going to a school that no longer works for the company. They're unbelievable. So, and I still haven't got the replacement fan. They gave me the tracking number. It's sitting somewhere in Beijing right now on the replacement fan motor. They wanted to send it by courier, which would have cost me $75 to clear it here. I said, no, mail it to me. It's like, you know, so they said they sent it EMS Express, which is supposed to be here in 7 days, but it's been sitting in Beijing for the last 5, so who knows. This thing is just destroying the duck adventure. But anyways, I got a lot of work today. What we're doing today is I'm building another water for them because they need more water outside because you know, there's a lot of ducklings here and they're burning through water like there's no tomorrow. And I'm expanding the pan. I'm moving the wall over, that wall down here at the far end. I'm moving it over one whole section. So I'm going to give them a little bit more room. The adults need less because they're outside more. And I'm going to start building their enclosure, sort of like a lean-to for them to sleep at night. Because and I'm hoping, I shouldn't say if, when the you know, the eggs hatch that are in the hatcher right now, I got to move them into the barn, and I need the barn. So that means the ducklings can't sleep in the barn anymore. But that's no big deal because last night, you know, they were staying out late. I didn't bother closing the barn door last night. They were coming in and out, you know, all night, no problem. They spent most of the night inside. Every time I looked outside, they weren't out. They were basically sitting in the door looking out. And this morning they were all out. And you know, I feel safe that they're out. And you know, we do have small owls here, but you know, hopefully they're under cover and we don't lose any. I gotta put them outside. I got no choice here. The barn, you know, if we have a successful hatch and I, you know, manage to pull off, 100, 150, you know, maybe 200, think positive, ducklings, you know, I need a place to put them in. You know, the barn is the only place I got, so. But, you know, and Mrs. Gimp's locked up today. I got her section. It seems yesterday it helped her a little bit, but I got a bad feeling. Even if we separate her, like, you know, I'm going to, you know, I'm keeping her separated so that she can have an easier life, but her stump is getting massive, and there's nothing I can do for it, like nothing. It's, you know, other than amputating her leg and building a prosthetic leg for her, like I can't, I'm sorry, I can't pull that one off, so, but, you know, she's had a hard life and it breaks my heart. I honestly don't even think I could eat her. I don't think I could. I think it would be just weird. Anyways, on my day here, I got a bunch of water to make, and it's unbelievable. It's already 35 degrees Celsius, and it's not even 11 o'clock. That's how crazy hot it is. And there's a heat advisory on right now. So in the city, they're dying here, about 80 kilometers from me, about 50 miles. They're telling people don't even go outside. It's so bad. So, and I'm out here in the heat. I've got out in the heat work to do today. All right, I thought the Muscovies would want a little pool here. I got some warm water and they hated it. They actually, as soon as they hit the water, they wanted it out. All they wanted to do was get back with Midget Duck. But Midget Duck, he's looking bad. I can't believe how bad this duck looks. He reminds me of a white rock. You know how they grow with no feathers? Well, that's what Midget Duck looks like. Yeah, very sickly looking duck. I don't know how this guy's living. Like when he stands up, I don't believe how small he is. And like, you don't realize how small he is until you put a duck at the same age beside him. They tower. The difference, I'm not going to do it because, you know, right now I've got them with Muscovies, and the little Muscovies, you know, have got some kind of serious bond. I don't know if they think he's mother or something, but I put them in the water and instantly all they wanted to do was get out, like no interest in the water whatsoever. But they're pooping up a storm here. I've got to clean this out again today. They're so cute, but it's so small. They're and I got we got two little Muscovies in the you know, the hatcher, which are going to come out tonight. Actually, I'll take them out tonight and they'll go. I'm going to put them in with these guys because they're about the same size as that one. That one's a really small Muscovy. You know, considering like that guy, I got a hunch that guy's a male. He's just the size of him. I would say that there's 2 males and 4 females in this bunch. If you look at the sizes of them, I'd say that guy there is a male, that guy's a male, and the rest are females. That's what my gut's telling me here. But hey, ducks are, you know, Muscovian ruins, you don't know till they mature what they are. They can change, you know, they got to get their coloring and their size, you know, unless we sex them. But I'm not going to screw around pinching their vent right now. But look at a midget duck. He is one rough-looking duck. Like he's got no fur, or no fur. I'm saying fur, no fluff at all to him, and his head looks underdeveloped. And hey, tiny duck. Because really, we shouldn't call you a midget. You know, we should actually be calling you tiny. And the midget or slash dwarf duck is really the one that's out in the pen right now. That his body's like 1/3 the length of the rest of them. Because this guy's just tiny. He's beyond midget. They weren't interested in the water at all. Alright, I'm going to go and I got a little bit of work I'm doing here. I'm making some watering stations, and I'm going to start working on the pen, getting the enclosure done, or the night cover for them, so they can, so the ducks that are, you know, that are out in the pen can have a place to sleep out of the weather. And I just now, I didn't get it on film because it happened so fast, but I've got a crow problem here. A lot of crows. And one, you know, with the ducklings, you know, they can snap up the small ducklings, but it's the feed, man. They're like coming in, and there's like a half a dozen of them at a time, and they're just, it's getting crazy. It's like I'm like the crow feeding station. Well, I just dusted 2 of the buggers. Four of them came in and landed at the feeder, and if I would have had a quad barrel instead of a double barrel shotgun, I would have got all 4 of them. But they took off all in a group, which was their mistake. They stuck tight together, and I was actually standing at the front in the driveway, and I got them over the swamp. It was about a 200-foot shot, but I got both of them. You know, it was a bang bang, 2 dead crows. So maybe they'll stop coming around now, because usually crows are pretty smart. When you start shooting them, they realize that this isn't a safe zone to get free food. So I'm hoping that I don't have to kill any more crows. So I'm not a big fan on killing wildlife. I only do it because I have to, and I prefer not to. So, but I'm hoping that this is that this was a clear signal to the crows. This is just not a place to come to. So. Well, at least 2 of them got the message today. You know, the Muscovies are small, but when you put a day-old beside a week-old, just take a look at this. And they right away, they went straight to midget duck, or tiny, I should say. But just look how small they are. So they have grown quite a lot in a week. They're really tiny though. Holy mackerels. They're very, oh, the midget ducks got some whack on them there. That's strange. It's so hot right now. It's like it is. It's 36 degrees in the shade in the back deck here. It's so tiny. But this is their first exposure to other Muscovies. And actually, that one there, you can still see the little hook. Actually, maybe we'll get another shot here on the end of his bill. Yeah, they still got the little hook there for breaking the shell. God, they're small. That's the Muscovies. It doesn't look good for the rest of the hatch. Nothing's pit through on the other eggs. So that's like 61 eggs history. Unbelievable. Well, I didn't get everything done that I wanted to get done today, but I made a serious dent in it. Tomorrow I'm going to be building the ducklings outdoor shelter for them for the nighttime. But today I got the pen enlarged down there, and I moved the grid wall over. So the enclosure where they're going to sleep is going to be right here in this area. The adults don't need as much room. I'll take you a walk around here. And actually, I was just walking around to survey what I've done today and my plan for tomorrow, and I got a visual on our predator. I actually went for a walk down to the swamp. Went down there to see what was involved in weed whacking a trail here to reopen it wider for the ducks, so that they aren't so freaked out about the thin trail. And I was about 50 feet down. Well, just got to the point where I don't have my rubber boots on. I had to stop with my work boots, and a little red fox appears. So the ducks have been doing a lot of freaking out lately, where they'll just basically go nuts. And I'll come out and it doesn't make any sense. So I don't know if the fox has come into the yard, grabbed the duck and took off, which I highly unlikely, because the fox is not big enough to run away with a full-size duck. He's going to basically try to eat it on the spot and tear part of it off and take off, because the fox might weigh 6 pounds, 8 pounds tops, and dragging an 8-pound duck away that's a feat in itself. So, but I'll show you where I saw him. It was right. That's where he came out, right where the trail turns. I was standing basically at the log where I always trip, right there, and he appeared. So one of the few times, I'm not walking around. Usually when I go for a walk like that, I always take the shotgun with me, and just in case I get to see what's coming into the yard. And of course today, while I'm busy working here, and I didn't have my shotgun with me, so. But I've got the pen moved over, ran the pipe I did that yesterday to get the water out of the pen, so when I changed the tub. And this whole area that I'm walking right now is actually going to become part of the pen. My buddy's going to come over in July, and we're going to bring the pen down actually to the hedge, and we're a little bit past the hedge, and we're going to go over a bit. So he's got a bunch of wire from an old dog pen that when his daughter lived in there, so we're going to make the pen bigger here. So this area is going to end up being pen eventually. But this is the new duckling. They've got a little more room, and they're of course, as soon as I move the grid over, the little sleepy buggers went right over, and they're right over here now. This is their new spot to sleep. But just look at that. Is that a comfortable looking ducky? This is what they do. They sprawl out. And they're like that. They're all over the place like that. There's one. He's sprawled out. They get hot, and they just lay out their legs, and their legs stuck out behind them. But wouldn't you know it? The one time I go for a walk around here, and I don't have the shotgun. It's like the luck. What are the odds of that? The way things are going here, bad luck. Who knows? Eh? We got the death incubator. We got now I've actually seen the predator that came into the yard and did Miss Purple Duck, who, by the way, look at her. She's doing great. She's got no link, and she's healed all up. So I'm positive it was a red fox. Now that I've seen it. Like I said, now that I've seen the red fox, I've got a good hunch. That's what's coming into the yard, and they're little sneaky buggers, and they come in and slide like a fox. Anyways, I'm gonna go in and have a quick clean up here. Well, actually, no, let's go check out the hatcher, because today I looked and there was a whole bunch of eggs with pips. So we're having better luck, it seems. Well, not a whole bunch, but there was some. Well, you're not gonna believe what just happened here. I just filmed about seeing the fox. Walked back, got the camera, and or walked back, put the camera away, hung it on the fence, and the ducks went nuts. And I came down here, and there was a clump of feathers, and then I walked in. I as soon as I saw the clump of feathers, I said the fox came back. I got the shotgun, went down into the swamp, and that's what I found. Maybe about 6 feet off the trail, a dead female. But that's the clump of feathers that I found, and I knew right away when I saw that the feathers. I heard the ducks all freaking out, and then I came down here in the clump of feathers, and I knew right away the fox, had come back. But that was quick. Like this fox, like not even. It wasn't even 5 minutes, and he came. Like tops 5 minutes. That's all it was. And I could hear him. I had the shotgun, and I was, pointed into the swamp, and I could hear the rustling, and I was about 10 feet off the path, and I wasn't sure, if it was what was there. I don't pull the trigger unless I can actually see what I'm hitting. I'm not going to blindly shoot into the swamp because maybe it was Doug walking around for all I know. But then the rustling stopped, and I thought, okay, I pointed the gun. I started walking into the swamp and into the bulrushes, and I started following the feather trail, and there was my duck, and he had dragged it about 8-10 feet off the path in the deep bulrushes. But I gotta set the live trap. I got some cat food right now, and I've got a live trap, for catching coons and things like that. So, hopefully, maybe I'm gonna set it up down here in the swamp, and maybe tomorrow morning we'll get up and there'll be I'll have a fox. But there was that fox who had an awful lot of courage that came back instantly, or there's two here hunting, which we could have two. Unbelievable though. So I've got to pluck a duck here really fast, and it, like I said, it just died. So, anyways, duck adventure curveballs, and I haven't even got in to see what's happening on the hatch yet. So, all right, well, I've got the live trap here, and I've got some yummy cat food, and we're gonna go down and set it up in the swamp, and then I gotta pluck a duck, but. Unbelievable. This is, and the thing was, when I heard the ducks made a big commotion, and they've done this commotion now 3 times in the last 3 days. So I think we're losing a duck a day. And what he's doing is he's just dragging it just off the property. Like I said earlier, it's pretty hard for them, to just lift up an 8-pound duck and run away with it when you only weigh 8 pounds, or maybe 10 tops, little tiny fox. So, they're grabbing and dragging it, and he didn't drag it very far, not very far. Actually, this is exactly where I found the tuff, and where I found the duck is maybe 20 feet tops. That's it, 20 feet. So, well, I'm going to set the trap up. I'm going to put it up over here where, he's coming in. And, maybe tomorrow morning we'll come out here and we'll have a fox in here, and he can meet the 22. All right. I don't believe how fast that was. All I did was I filmed, telling you if I saw a fox, hung it up, the camera on the fence, and went to the garage, and started walking back from the garage, and the ducks made a big commotion, and that was it. That's how fast it was. It was like all of 5 minutes. So anyways, I'm gonna set the trap up. All right, I've placed the trap underneath the tree here, right by the trail, where he's going in and out. I got a hunch this fox has been doing this for a while, because I'm looking at this trail, and the way it's beaten down, considering the ducks aren't going in here, but I'm not, it's like he's coming in and it's going out, and now I know why Doug has a tendency to take off, and will not come back. And when he does finally come back, he always comes back from the swamp. So, and that's all he does is he runs the swamp. And he's got the scent of it, but I don't know. I don't know the luck we're having here, but maybe we'll have some luck tonight. We'll catch ourselves a fox, and I'll give you a video of what a fox looks like in a live trap just before he's no longer alive. So unbelievable. So, anyways, let's go up and look at the hatcher. Well, actually, I got to lock the remaining ducks up here. There's about 6 or 7 out in the yard, and I'm gonna lock them up and turn the fence on so I can relax. I'm beat. I've had a rough day. A lot of things happening here, and I still gotta pluck a duck. Well, I got the duck like half plucked, and the amount of rip marks in it from the fox, and there's some pretty big gash. I thought to myself, no, Matt, you know, rabies, who knows? If it was just would have been a clean neck snap, would have been a different story. But he mauled the duck. Exact same wounds, actually, the exact same puncture marks, the exact same spacing as the purple duck there we've got floating around, this purple attack victim. So it definitely, that day that you know, that duck got attacked and Doug intervened, was the fox. So you know, but no luck getting it. But what I ended up doing, I chopped the duck, because I'm not going to waste the perfectly good duck. So I chopped the duck up into pieces, and I've got it in the cage with, you know, I've got the cat food in there also. If I would have known about it being so marked up, I wouldn't have bothered with the cat food, because he'll definitely come in for the duck. So I got some duck in there and some cat food. We got a little bit of smorgasbord for that little guy. So, but right now I'm just going to put the Muscovies inside before I get into the hatcher. Look at these little things. And this is, and today's hatch, well, actually it would be yesterday with she hatched. Well, there she is, just snuggled up with the rest of them. Everybody's snuggled up. Oh, they're just a big giant fluff ball. Remind me of baby rabbits, actually. But we're going to put them in inside now, because it's getting cooler, and the back room's nice and warm for them. Then we'll go take a look at the hatcher. Okay, this afternoon, or I said this morning, there was a bunch that were pipped through, and they had stopped pipping through, so I broke off the end of their shells to give them a hand here, and they're going strong. I just want to show you. I took off just the very end there so they can push themselves out, but they had totally stopped, and it was shrink wrapped around them. So they were like the early ones. In that tray there's 4, and on this tray there's 2. So, and one of them is actually a Peking, you can see down there. So they had pipped through, and had stopped, but we did have one die that pipped through. I've got one right here, I'll just show you. It pipped through and then just stopped. So the early ones that pipped through started this morning, which is really early. Today's what day is today? Monday? Yeah, it's Monday. They shouldn't even be starting until tomorrow, and you know, Wednesday's the hatch. So and nothing more on the Muscovies, absolutely nothing. So we'll see what happens. So quite a day on the duck adventure. Lots of curveballs, lots of distractions, and I'm beaten this late.